this is the other side of that same shelf, just underneath the mugs is my, I had the Death Star playset, but I'm missing some pieces, and I don't know what happened to them. But I do have the trash compactor and the Dianogi. You can see the little eye sticking out there. That was another Sigma. I think it's a bank. These were newer. I forget who made them. They're just something from Walmart in the past, I don't know, 20 years or so. Some stuff back there. I think some R2-D2s. I got this cool Jabba the Hutt bank. It's a Sigma. Bought it off eBay. Alright, this shelf that all my stuff is on, this was actually in my room when I was a kid. My uncle, I think his name was Uncle Bricky, he made it for me to put my toys on when I was a kid. And it's insane that I still have it. Because of the layout of my room, you know, it kind of, this side of the shelf gets blocked pretty good, you know, by this biker scout here. So I put stuff on there that's not like super impressive, you know, just stuff that I'm like, who cares if anybody actually sees it. So it's kind of tucked in back there. Got some books. Alright, well, let's see what else we got here. Did that shelf. This shelf. Let's see. Sorry for stumbling around here. This was one of those sets. Every year Sears put out a play set. It was basically the Droid Factory, you know, just a different color with some stickers on it. But I got it every year, and it came with like 3 figurines. It was like, you know, when the Sears catalog would come out, I'd be like, oh Mom, I gotta get it, you know. So I got it every year. Just bought this land speeder. That's the Black Series land speeder. It's really cool. It looks really nice. Oops. Saw me for a second there. And I don't know, some applause figures. Oh yeah, this is a Boba Fett cookie jar. Bought that off eBay not too long ago. The head comes off here. I don't think you're actually supposed to keep cookies in it. So this is my Hoth shelf. Put all sorts of stuff from Hoth. There's the Turret Probot set. There's an NPC model kit of a AT-AT. This was one of those Sears kits back here. It was the what's that thing? The Sandcrawler playset. They just changed it, painted it white, put a different background on it. Made it the Echo Base thing. There's my snow speeder. I remember trying to get that snow speeder. I called a store called Ardennes. I called it like every day. I think the lady got so sick of me calling. I called for like over a month. You got the snow speeders? But they got it finally. Anyway, so that's a Hallmark ornament. Tauntaun ornament. There's the ion cannon. This was a little miniature set. Got that. Got another little miniature set with some little snowtroopers and Scout Walker. So here we've got some more shampoo. This is a Wicket. Still has the shampoo in it. Probably pretty nasty. Rancor is my original land speeder. This was one of the 90s Star Wars thing. Giant dewback. Kind of regret taking that out of the box. It's kind of huge. And there's some Hallmark, another Rancor, some applause figures in the background. What do we got? Oh, here's my Rebel transport. Still got all the pieces for that. Oh, there's a little Battlestar Galactica dog, Daggett, yeah, Muffet, whatever its name was. I don't know. I don't have a lot of Black Series figures. They're like just too crazy expensive. I don't even remember. I got some of these at a yard sale. Some guy had to move and selling them, so I bought them pretty cheap. Bobbleheads. This was a model kit of Shuttle Tidarium. Come over here. This is a new ship. It's from Rogue One. Bought that. Back here you can see there's it's a mirror. It's kind of hard to. It's got Han and Chewie like etched into it. I actually broke that when I was in my 20s, I think. Too bad, because it was from 1977. You know, one of the few things I broke. Nothing too exciting down here. There's some of those Disney Elite diecast. I like those actually better than the Black Series, just because, you know, they've actually got some weight to them, and their joints bend really well. I found a lot of the Black Series stuff. Their joints, you know, right out of the box, they just don't move. You can't bend them. So they're not the highest quality, even though they charge you high quality prices. This was my B-Wing from when I was a kid. This is another 90s spaceship. It's T-16 Skyhopper. And there's an Applause TIE Fighter pilot figure. This was original TIE Fighter I played with as a kid. I think it was actually my sister's. I think I had the X-Wing and she had the TIE Fighter. But she kind of moved on, so I got her stuff. She got into Sean Cassidy or something. Alright. The wing actually just popped off this year, or maybe it was last year. The plastic wore out and the spring just pushed the wing out, and so I had to pull the spring out and just kind of push it on. So it doesn't pop off anymore, but you know, these things weren't meant to last, you know, over, you know, 40 years. This shelf right here, this is my Raiders of the Lost Ark shelf. See if I can not cast a shadow on it. Yeah, really liked Raiders of the Lost Ark. Got kind of into that movie. You know, there's the Well of Souls. There's the Ark back there. There's Marion with her little dress on. Marketplace, Cairo Swordsman. I don't know, my mom got this at a yard sale. It's a shirtless Indy. I think he makes a whipping sound when you like push a button on his back. Yeah. Who do I got back on this side? I got that guy who had the monkey. The German mechanic. Sala. There's Indy on his horse. Holding his little gun. This set here, my parents went to Disneyland. I think it was 2 years ago. They bought me this. They just, for my birthday, bought me this set, which was really surprising because they paid like $130 for it. You know, I'm just like, I'm more of a frugal collector. You know, don't buy the high-end, crazy expensive stuff. Especially on, you know, the teachers. I'm a school teacher. You know, can't afford, you know, the really crazy expensive stuff. So that was kind of a shocker when they bought that for me. But it's cool. Looks good. Alright, here's another one of those Sears sets. You can tell it's exactly the same as the other one I showed you and the droid playset. I got, I think that's actually a new figure. General Kenobi, that's a Hallmark figure. That's a new figure. That was a mini rig back there. I'm missing the dome off of it. I think I got it at a yard sale like 20-30 years ago. And this is my TIE Interceptor. Bought that back in the day. Teenager. A lot of this stuff, you know, in the about the mid 80s, Star Wars was just dying out, and so I made a killing. I like bought tons of ships and stuff, you know, clearanced out, you know, because I couldn't afford them on my non-working allowance, so got a bunch of ships like that, pretty cheap. Yeah, but it's in great shape. Got a couple of Hallmark ornaments there with it. So let's move over to this shelf here. Got my original dewback from when I was a kid. That's a Hallmark Stormtrooper. I think these were 90s big figures. My brother had these two comic books in the back. A jumbo comic. I believe that Darth Maul. I'm not sure where that came from. Might be. I'm not sure. Might be Applause. Casting a bad shadow here. Let's see. Millennium Falcon. Hallmark ornament. A couple of pewter figurines. It's another cookie jar. Stormtrooper cookie jar. Top comes off. Picked that up on eBay several years ago. Yep. This is my Return of the Jedi scene here. All these things are Hallmark ornaments. Pretty smooth. Got this Vader. Don't remember where. It's probably a 90s thing. And then my brother, he had the Star Wars portfolio, pictured by Ralph McQuarrie.